is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirts, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? We have finally made it to the last 4 games of the NBA season. And I wanted to pick my rookie of the year. Obviously, this rookie of the year has been an excellent class, better than what I expected. As most of y'all know, going into the NBA draft, I really didn't like a lot of the players, and I really didn't like a lot of the picks that they was picked at. A lot of unnecessary trades, a lot of questionable trades, a lot of players going to teams I feel like they could have got somebody else, but they ended up going with players I didn't think. But at the end of the day, you're going to have great quality rotation guys. You're going to have 3 to 4 to 5 players that can be all-stars or even more, depending on certain players have the talent and the potential, but we'll see years from now if they reach it. Obviously, you have all type of players. A lot of these players are going to have long careers, barring any major injuries. First, I want to give up my honorable mention. These are 5 players that play well enough to make the list, but not good enough to make it. But at the same time, I still think they should get some shine, and I feel like they played well this season. Before I get into my top 10, Mikal Bridges has been a league leader in steals for rookies all season. He didn't start in the beginning. He made a hell of a case for himself in the end, but ultimately fell short because his offense just didn't translate as well as I thought it would. Miles Bridges, he almost made the list, but I feel like he's been playing well at the ending of his rookie season, getting more minutes, getting more touches, getting more used to the NBA game, and he's physically ready. Really no complaints. He's a solid all-around rookie. Kurucs, he came on late these last couple months, but I still have to judge the whole season when it comes to this award, so he didn't make it. Kevin Knox, he can't create his own shot consistently. Yeah, he's shown that he can be a decent three-point shooter off the dribble and off the ball, but when it comes to creating shots, whether it's jumpers or scoring, trying to go to the paint or a floater, he just can't do it consistently at this point, and that's what hurt him was the shooting 37%. And Wendell Carter, he would have made this list. He was on the list all year. Only problem is he missed so many games the last 2 months that he ultimately didn't make it because he didn't play that many games. Landry Shamet is number 10 on my list. This is a guy that you would, if you would have came into this season, most people wouldn't have him as a top 10 rookie by the end of the year. But his ability to knock down threes, his ability to play within the system, to play within his strengths and get the best out of himself, whether it's the coach or him just playing smartly. You have to give credit to Landry Shamet for being the ultimate professional, going out there doing his job, doing what he knows and what he can do well. And he has done that to an exceptional point, shooting over 40% from 3 as a rookie, and he has caught fire a lot of games. Kevin Huerter, this was a guy that wasn't on the list, but at the end of the year, he got more minutes, starting 55 games this season, starting to find his groove, starting to find his niche, playing with the right type of talent around him, the right type of system, the right type of players. And they have really gotten the best out of Kevin, hitting the open threes and finding other ways to keep him hot and effective. My main thing, can he be a defender? Can he find other ways to impact the game outside of shooting? Those are the main questions I have for Kevin Huerter. But right now, he's on the all-time high. Alonzo Trier, this is a guy that nobody really brings up because they sleep on him. But Alonzo Trier has had a fantastic rookie season, shooting 44% from the field, great from 3, being able to create a shot off the dribble, hit fadeaway jumpers from the paint, from the mid-range 15 in. The guy can handle the ball. He can play make. Whether he's on or off the ball, he can shoot the 3. He can get out in transition. He's a decent free throw shooter. He's a decent rebounder. It's something that's very impressive that he has. He's an older rookie, but his game is very seasoned and very mature. It's nothing that he can't do. The only thing is that can he do it in more minutes? Can he really play at a high level defensively? When he's going against starters. He didn't start that many games this year, But when he did, he played well. Even when he come off the bench, he's been able to have 30-point games. So he shows potential that he can be an all-star given the right circumstance, given the right minutes and the right talent around him and the right coach to get the best out of him. He could potentially be a diamond in the rough for the Knicks. This was a steal. Jaren Jackson Jr., he had a fantastic rookie season. His defense was better than what a lot of people expected. His offense was better than a lot of people expected. This guy is going to be a guy that can play the 4 or the 5 and stretch out the floor. My main concerns with him is rebounding. Just because you're on the perimeter, that doesn't excuse you from not crashing the boards and not trying to get rebounds, whether you're on the perimeter or not. Your job as a big man is to secure the rebound and close out the possession. I want to see him rebound better. I want him to continue to work on his three-point shot, especially off the ball and on the ball. Continue to punish switches. Continue to polish up his offensive game. I feel like that's something we knew coming into the season, that he might not be a great offensive player. He was better than what we expected, but at the same time, he still has an enormous, not to knock him or trash him, but he has an enormous way to go. Still need some go-to moves. Still need a face-up game to make his job easier against taller and slower defenders so he can blow past them, get to the free throw line, or hit an elbow jumper. I see him do it, but he's not efficient at it. I also want to see him perfect that off the ball 3-point shot. Obviously, that helps everybody in the space out the floor for guys like Jonas who can't really shoot at this point. So if they're going to start him and Jonas together next year, they're going to have to fit better, and Jaren going to have to do some developing, and so is Jonas. Shea Gilgis, he would have been higher, but he hit a little bit of a wall in the middle of the season. He corrected it the last couple games. Being able to use his 3-point shot has improved. He's shooting a lot better than what people gave him credit for. He has a nice little floater game. He has the ability to probe the defense. He's a solid defender. He's going to be a special player. I think he has one of the highest upsides in this rookie class because of his size at the position, but the fact that he has the length and he has the mobility to get to where he wants on the court. Once he polish up his floater game, polish up his mid-range game, and start being a excellent three-point shooter like Gallinari is from 3, I think that he can definitely be a guy that can do multiple things, whether it's getting a steal in a block a game, averaging 5 to 6 rebounds plus a game, and also giving you 7 assists at that position, but also finding ways to keep his teammates involved. But at the end of the day, score at a high level because he's given a mismatch every single game at his position. And I want to see him take advantage of that more the next coming seasons. And if he does, this guy can be a very 25-5 guy. This guy can be a 22-7-7 guy. I don't think it's crazy, especially with a coach like Doc Rivers that's known for giving his role players the best opportunities to shine. We've seen Rondo be a triple-double threat. I don't see why Shea Gilgeous can't be one. He might not be the passer or the rebounder that Rondo is, but I can definitely see him being great in those areas. May not be elite, but I can definitely see him hitting a great stride. He has one of the highest upsides in his draft. Marvin Bagley. Now, not a lot of you guys will say he deserves to be higher. The thing that hurts Bagley is the injuries. He missed a a significant amount of games this year. He's been a beast. He's NBA ready like a lot of people thought he would be. He came in, contributed. He showed that he can post up. He's willing to take threes, even though he's not great at it. He's not scared to take them. He's shown that he's not scared to take the mid-range jumpers. He's taking the ball off the dribble and finishing. He's decent from the free throw line, better than I would have thought he would be. And the fact that he really doesn't have too many glaring holes. He's not a great defender. He does take possessions off. But the guy has to really develop his dominance. Can he come in and be a dominant 20 and 10 guy on a consistent basis? I think so. But it's just about getting the minutes and developing. Adding some certain go-to moves will help him. Obviously, his free throw shooting should improve. And obviously, coming into next season, I would definitely like to see him not abuse the three-point shot, but perfect it a lot more since he's going to have a long time off because obviously they're not in the playoffs and the season is going to be over for him. So I definitely feel he can be a Chris Bosh player, but just a harder, edgier player and a better rebounder with this team because Chris Bosh was a 20 and 10 guy, a 24 and 10 guy, and I can definitely see Bagley putting up those type of numbers. But Bosh is also known as a two-way player. I want to see if Bagley can reach that. He has the speed, he has the mobility, he has the length, and the jumping ability. There's really no reason why he can't. The guy that I picked over him is Colin Sexton. He damn near played every game, 78 games he has played this year. And he only has 4 games left, which means he can play all 82. He has really turned it on since the All-Star break. It's changing, taking less twos, taking more threes. He was averaging 2.7 threes a game before the All-Star break. He's averaging over 5 a game since, and he's knocking it down at over a 40% clip. It shows you the work that I told you he put in Summer League. I obviously seen Colin Sexton in Summer League, and the main thing he was working on was his step, his pull up jump shot, whether it's coming off a screen or coming downhill and stopping on a dime and pulling up for a jumper. It worked in the beginning of the season, him forcing the defenders to either guard his floater or let him blow past you for a layup, or you know the floater going to come, so you sag off, so he pulls up and not down the mid-range jumper. But now he's coming off screens looking for threes. He's even shown the ability to play off the ball because he can shoot threes off the ball, which is something that I did not see coming as a rookie. I knew he will eventually get there because he's a hard worker and he loves what he do and he has to put the work in to get there. But I didn't see it happening so fast and so elite right now as a rookie. And he extremely impressed me with his shooting this year. He still has a lot to figure out. He still has to develop his body because he is a small point guard. Plus, it is a physical banging league, and the more he goes to the paint and the more he plays, can his body hold up? Can he take the hits over a 10-year span, since he is going to be the franchise point guard, it looks like. But other than that, he has the confidence. He wants to play defense. His biggest strength is his tunnel vision. He's so tunnel vision when it comes to, he's so focused on scoring that he forgets that he's supposed to be a playmaker. He misses open shooters. He misses ability to throw lobs, and he misses ability to do jump offs. He just so focused on getting to his spots. He's so focused on attacking that he forgets that he's still supposed to look for his teammates and set up his teammates and keep them involved. He knows how to score. He knows how to put the ball in the basket. But he, as a all-around player, he lacks at the rebounding end. He lacks at the passing end. He lacks at the mid-range game. I feel like he's shown that he can do it, but he's not elite at it. His ball handling can use a little bit more polish. His finishing ability, he's just going to have to find new tricks with his body. He's already at a disadvantage, but I feel that he can eventually find some techniques that can make finishing a little bit easier, whether it's going early, using his dribble to slow down the defender to get a shot at the rim, or whether it's using his speed to get a first step on his opponent and get all the way to the rim and finish with quickness. He's going to have to find a technique or somewhere he can get an advantage where he can get to the basket and knock it down efficiently. But his shooting has impressed me, and I'm surprised that he's shooting as well. Deande Ayton was number 1 and number 2 all season. I feel like him at 3 is fair just because he has been steady as a 16 and 10 guy all season, but he has never really became dominant. He had a couple great games, but nothing like Trae Young or Doncic. He really been a role player, a guy that you can start. He's going to eat by getting a lot of offensive rebounds. He's going to get a lot of dump offs. He's going to get some post ups, probably 5 a game, where he can shoot over a defender, punish or switches every once in a while, and he's going to get some post ups where he's going to use his jumper for the face up game, or he's going to use a couple hook shots that he has. Like I said, coming into this year, I seen him at Summer League. He was a beast because he has an NBA body and he has very good quickness and mobility, but he just don't have the fire in his belly to dominate. He doesn't have the want to go out there and take over games. He doesn't have the want to be great. He's not pushing himself. He's not trying hard enough. He's not doing enough. Even though his defense became solid at the end, it's still far away from where it needs to be if they want to be a lead team in the future. Aiden is going to have to put more effort, more energy, more hustle. He just don't have the want to be great. He just don't have the push, the effort, the edge, the hungriness. And I feel like that's what really hurt him. I really felt like he had a legitimate argument for Rookie of the Year in the beginning of the season, but he never really tried to be great. He never really tried to go for the award. It seemed like he's just fine being good. And if you want that as a number one pick, that's the wrong thing to do. You want the best player you can get. You want a player that can change a franchise. Deandre Ayton is better than Bender. He is better than Chris. He is better than Alex Lynn. But that's just based off talent. He still has to live up to the hype. He still has to live up to the potential. And I don't even know if he wants that for himself because I just don't see it in him. He don't have the fire in his belly to be great. Trae Young has it. This guy was a guy I doubted a lot during the regular season and during the college. I still felt like he will make it to an all-star level, and he has proved that. He hasn't been the greatest shooter. He hasn't been the most consistent shooter, but he has been shooting a lot better lately. Respectable. You know, Trae Young is undersized. Trae Young is not the greatest athlete, isn't the quickest player, but he finds ways to get his space, whether it's on the floater using his shoulder to create space or getting the defender behind him off a screen and being able to float it in the basket. His three-point shooting comes and goes, but he has been able to find the net. I feel like his shot selection has always been his biggest weakness. He takes shots that's more difficult than they have to be. You want to be more efficient. You want to take better shots because it helps your team. Less fast breaks, less turnovers, more higher efficiency shots will really help him. He needs a coach that's going to really mold him and help him really reach the potential that he has locked into that body because he already is a great passer. He's already a great prober. He doesn't pick up his dribble and continues to go through screens, continue to find seams, whether it's to score or to find open three-point shooters or even find John Collins in the paint. He finds that because he continues to keep a dribble alive. A la Steve Nash. Steve Nash always never picked up his dribble, and he was always a threat to pass because he was always moving, and you know he can pull up. And Trae Young has that in him. It's just that he's not as smart and as witty, and he doesn't have the IQ of Nash. But then again, it took Nash to get to that a lot of years to get to that point, and Trae Young is already a rookie, and you can make a case that he's already a better offensive player, and he has transitioned better. And part of it is because of the rule change and the floor spacing has allowed him to have more operating room, but he still had to put in the work to get there. I feel like he has made enormous strides as a rookie coming into this season from his college years in Oklahoma, and he has been able to improve and learn and develop as the season has went on. It has had an excellent close to the season, getting 30 points, getting over 40 points, giving you 15, 16 assists while still giving you buckets. He's the player that you do want because he is the modern day point guard that you want, a guy that can pass and set up his teammates, but also take over offensively, and also he can get hot, he can get streaky, but I just feel like he should just take more shots and the right way. Don't just force up nothing. Don't just take it because it's a good shot to you. Take the best shot available, whether that's passing, getting a hockey assist, or taking something wide open. You hurt your team with bad decision making, and you don't want that in the playoffs. That's a bad habit. You want to get the best quality position you can. That's what you're taught. That's where you should play. And I feel like Trae Young breaks it because he shows the ability that he can do it, but he don't do it efficiently enough to warrant doing it. And that's why they lost in college, and that's why they're a bad team this year. When Trae Young is hitting, he's amazing. When he's missing, they really struggle because they need his aggressiveness and they need his ability to probe, to keep the defense honest, guessing, and always moving. And he has been able to do that. Luka is my rookie of the year, as you all know. I don't think nobody is surprised. The guy's averaging 21, 7, and 6, getting triple doubles. Yeah, he's not shooting as well at the end of the year, but he has really been amazing. Coming into the year, averaging 15 to 16 points to get all the way up to 21, become damn near an all-star your rookie year, and being able to average numbers that's better than KD, better than LeBron, better than the John Walls and the Kyries, better than the Anthony Bennett's and the Ben Simmons almost. This has been a fantastic season. I feel like we all thought Doncic was the best player available. We all thought that Doncic would make the biggest impact because he did do that overseas. And on top of that, you got to think about it like this. He played it professionally. He played against men. He had the advantage over a lot of these rookies, and he still had to live up to the pressure. He still had to live up to the hype, and he has. He has hit big shots. He has played against big players in big games. He has tried to guard them. He has took over when they guarded him. He has the hunger. He has the aggressiveness. He has the shot making ability. He has shown that he can be a ball handler and a playmaker better than he was overseas. And he has shown the ability to do the things that's necessary to win it, whether it's rebounding, whether it's passing, whether it's keeping the ball moving, whether it's taking over, whether it's just showing his swagger and his confidence in his teammates. Once he gets the right talent around him, he can be very dangerous because a lot of the games that they lose be close. A lot of the games they lose is winnable. They just got to have better defenders, especially in the interior, and better floor spacing so that way he can operate consistently, probing and really getting his own shot. I feel like his worst thing is his shot selection. He takes a lot of tough shots. He settles a lot. He gets in his own head, and he really can be his own worst enemy with a lot of his playmaking and shot selection. But it all comes with experience. The more he plays, the more he learns, the more he goes. I personally feel like that will be for the better of him. To me, for Doncic, it's just about learning the game, adjusting to the game, and getting better quality teammates around him. And I think that everything will fall into place. And I feel like Mark Cuban has already shown commitment to him, getting rid of Dennis Smith Jr., bringing in Porzingis, a guy that can space out the floor, protect the rim, and Doncic can always still help him on a rebound. But I think it's just about learning what Doncic is great at this year, and now that you know what he can do and what he can't do, plugging pieces around him that fits and really can help cover up a lot of his weaknesses. But the guy has the swagger, he has the confidence, he has the look, he has the game, and he's not scared of nobody. And he feels like he can be the best player he wants to be. He feels like he can do anything he wants when he puts his mind to it, and that's what makes a legend. That's what makes a Hall of Famer, and he has lived up to the hype. I didn't even see him averaging 21 a game. I thought he averaged about 16, 18. He has exploded over that. So I feel like it's close, but Trae Young has had some bad months. Trae Young hasn't been consistent. Like I said, I had Ayton over Young majority of the year. So if I had Doncic one all year and I had Ayton second majority of the year, it's going to be hard to give it to Young after he just wasn't even the second best rookie all season. And Doncic has been the best rookie damn near all season. The only month that you can really argue is last month that Trae Young beat him, but Doncic has been better than him basically majority of the year. So I can't really give it to Trae Young because I really had Ayton over him all season, and most people did when I look at their boards. So it just shows you I can't just say, oh, he had a great 2 months. Let me give it to Trae Young. He has been in the top 5 discussion, and I feel like he has moved all the way as high as he can go. But Doncic has been the most prepared, the most he just has been the best. So let me know what you guys think. Who you think rookie of the year? Do you think Young should get it? Who you think going to be future superstars? Who you think going to be future all stars? Do you think they can get 5, 6 superstars, 5 all stars out of this draft? Who you think is the most slept on? Who you think is the most overrated? And who are y'all top 10 rookies? Who are y'all top 5 rookies? I would like to see that. I read every comment and respond to the ones that's actually respondable. And I also like to debate. So let me know in the comment section below if I got something wrong, if I overrated somebody, underrated somebody. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that buy the merchandise, for liking the videos, for commenting, and liking on Facebook. Also, I do videos just like this, discussion videos. I do breakdowns of legends, rookies, and NBA players. I cover all things NBA, whether it's the buyout, the draft, summer league, season previews, or even just trade deadline or free agency. I cover it all. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.